there's what's good about you and what's so-called bad about you, even though really nothing's bad about you. But you know my point. When you have the buyer-seller dynamic down, people will overly emphasize what's good and ignore what's bad.
This is something, again, that can happen as you move up, say, in the world, right? You increase your status. You might be thinking, well, I just got to be a celebrity then, right? Yes, they will have the halo effect due to that status.
You get on Vampire Diaries.
It's like the goal. It must be on Vampire Diaries. But you don't need to rely on that. This is something that you can just generate in the moment, no matter who you are, right? In real life, you could say by societal standards, really low status, right? Low paying minimum wage job, nothing going for you. You're in, again, your mom's basement, and you come out and you can just generate that on the fly, okay? And when you do, once more, halo effect. And you should be able to summon that at will, especially in interactions where it really matters. Like, whoa, if I start connecting with this person, that opportunity, you better generate that halo effect, because otherwise the opposite will happen, okay? Now, in order to do so, number one, it really comes down to you, cheesy as it sounds, filling your own cup, right? There's that classic saying, right, especially say romantically when it comes to soulmates, it's like you're a half, that other person's a half, and you're looking for your other half. The more you feel not whole within, the more you're going to start chasing, and that's the dynamic you're going to be setting. I'm the seller. Oh, please, please, will you buy me? Buy my half, right? Just constantly selling. So filling your own cup, that comes down to deep inner work and self-amusement. Okay, deep inner work is the at-home part of it, right? Really learning how to own, okay, why don't I feel complete within? Why don't I feel whole? And then in the moment, seeing things for you, right? Whatever outcome you think a person may give you, right? For example, right, back to the Vampire Diaries. If this person just smiles and gives me some approval, I will finally feel great and whole and fulfilled. And the approach is, I want to say something, give me the pebble of approval, and if I get it, I feel great. Instead, let's give myself the pebble. Oh, the pebble's actually in my hands. Give yourself the pebble of approval. You feel great. And guess what? By automatically giving yourself the outcome you hope another person may give you, suddenly there's no longer that neediness. Suddenly you're like, wow, I actually feel great. I gave myself what I thought this person would, give me. And just by that, because you automatically now need less from the other person than that person needs from you, they'll automatically need more from you, and the dynamic will shift and the halo effect will activate. Okay, so learning how to self-amuse, deep inner work, and then a third thing, if you want to sprinkle it on top, and this is one where sadly if you confuse it with the foundation of it all and you try to overly do it, it can make things worse. You can, there's a little sprinkle, there's a steak, there's the spice, you can sprinkle in disqualifications, right? You can disqualify yourself. For example, if you want to be friends with someone, you can say, you know what, we'd never be friends. Just something like that can sometimes trigger the dynamic and flip the script. But if it's not done on that healthy foundation of you actually meaning it and people sense like it's not very congruent, it'll actually make things worse and draw attention to that.
And you can joke and say we both have too strong a personality. So you're kind of giving them props for the strong personality, but then using it as a disqualifier.
Yeah, we'd never be friends, too strong personality. Something like that. Like, the opposite of someone who would like really need their approval, right? Someone who needs their approval is like, please be my friend. I don't think we'd make good friends. What? Right? So little things like that sprinkled on, self-amusement, deep inner work.